like a mile that way. And she's a foster descendant, as is Ronnie, her brother. And we serve on the Foster Museum, which y'all drove by to come here about a mile down the road as well. So she's going to tell you about, I think, the oldest artifact in the Foster family is in this box. And just to give you an idea, this is 1820s.
And this is the Bible. I was given this by one of the, when Sam Foster passed away, his wife called me and gave me this Bible. I had it in Austin for a while, and I thought I found a man that was going to fix it for me, to kind of rebind it or fix it, do something, someone that really historically knows how to do it. And it just kind of sat there. So I brought it back home, and when I go back to Austin for Christmas, I'm going to take it again, and hopefully I'll find somebody that can fix it right this time.
Yeah, 1813. That it was, no, 1815 it was printed in New York City. We know this got here in 1827 at their homestead, Rachel and Randolph, right here, Lucy and Randolph. So it's been here in Texas since 1827.
His family went broke in the cattle business, and they started over in the oil business. They did well enough that they could buy cattle and ranches. Yeah. So they all came near the Brazos River. My Uncle Pete went over there next to our ranch, right near Simonton, between there and Brookshire. And Uncle Milo bought the ranch there that is now First Colony, at 5,000 acres there. And so they all did real well. They all raised Brahma cattle because their daddy had brought the first Brahma cattle to Texas. And so the family tradition went on with that generation. I used to use Brahma bulls on my commercial cows, and that was a good, the first cross was real popular. So thank you, everybody, and it's going to be a great SRT.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Everybody wonders what their grandparents that came to Texas looked like. Everybody wonders that. I was lucky enough to find it. These are things by accident that you'll run across if you just start looking. Yeah. She says, do you want copies or do you want the originals? Wow. The originals have been in there for 75 years. And I asked her, I said, can I have them? And she says, well, nobody's picked them up in 75 years. She said, let me see your driver's license. And I'm reaching from the driver's license. Hand them to her. She said, here, sign this sheet. And I just signed the page, and she gave me both of them. One of them was 1907, the other one was 1910. But I'm telling you, these things are there. If you go looking for them, you're going to find stuff that you think you'll never find, but it is in those courthouses.
Yeah.
My ancestor would have been, well, he didn't exactly come from Texas. None of us did, as a matter of fact, but to be short, he was born March 31st, 1793 in Hanover, New Hampshire. He was the son of Colonel Eleazar Wheelock Jr., who served in the Revolutionary War. He first visited Texas in 1823 and spent a year surveying down in Tamco. During his second visit that same year, he met Sterling C. Robertson in San Felipe and returned home and brought his family down to Robertson County and settled down there for a short time. Later on, during the Texas Revolutionary War, he captained a company of Texas Rangers, one of which was his son, who was later killed fighting Indians. But he spent a lot of time here in Texas surveying as a whole. He spent a lot of his time as a militiaman, serving his country, and he spent a lot of time working as an Indian agent, as a preacher. Little's known about his personal life because he spent most of his time doing everything else for everybody else. So very little we know about his personal life.
You're lucky.
And of course, my dad here relates back to him as well. But I believe my dad brought something from his grandfather.
Yeah, so if I could move forward in time. Well, we have these roots that go all the way back to the Texas Revolution. Of course, you know, our ancestors, you know, eventually started migrating west. Well, as my aunt tells the story, my grandfather, his great-grandfather, was in South Texas, and there was a shooting involved, and apparently, while it was self-defense, the other party that got shot was from a prominent family, so he migrated west a little quicker.
Forced migration.
Well, my grandfather, we were dirt poor at that point because he was a low-ranking Air Force person. There were 3 kids in the house, 4 kids in the house. And we just didn't have money. We didn't have enough food to eat. My grandfather, he would take us out and we'd be the bird dog or whatever was in season, and he'd hunt. And he'd always take this double-barrel external hammer shotgun with him. And if he'd shoot it, we'd go run it down, we'd bring it home, and that was our food. And so I have a gun here. It's a J. Stevens Arms and Tool Company double-barrel side-by-side shotgun. And it was made, it was an early model, and it was made somewhere between 1870 and 1903. But because it was such an early model number, we believe it was in the 1800s. And that provided food for my family for a long time.
That's
Yeah.
what the external hammer's like that.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
welcome to hold it, look at it, but, you know, all Texas history, people have it for a living. And he passed that on to me, and I passed it to my kids.
It's just kind of reassuring to hear these stories, and I wanted everyone to know that this is something that we all strive to pass on to our children, so that we want them to pass it on to their children. So it was that was a story that's something Jess and I shared, and to this day Grace talks about it. I mean, anyone that knows her knows. Oh yeah, she's related. Yeah, her family's been here since 1800s, whatever. Yeah. So it's really reassuring to see everyone that's gathered here and discussing this history and trying to keep it alive, because it is a living and a breathing thing. And whenever you discuss it and you carry those little nuggets on to your children and your grandchildren, they carry it forward. And that is most important.